technique down. But no, there's no set. People ask me that every time they come in. I'm ready to fight.
Yeah.
No, you're not ready to fight. You can fight. Go ahead, but you're gonna, go join a different gym.
Right. How long till I can fight?
How long till you can fight? I don't know. We'll see.
Right. I figured that was the case because everybody's a little different, and there are a lot of guys coming into it with wrestling background. It seems to be pulling them in more.
Right. You gotta pay your dues. There's no such thing as magic. You don't just step in the gym, talk about fighting, and then all of a sudden you're ready to be a fighter.
Some cards.
Yeah, but I mean, Team Vaggie, I mean, they don't want somebody coming out there who's not experienced and putting Team Vaggie on, fighting out of Team Vaggie. They don't want that, I'm sure.
Right. I mean,
you earn your name.
Everybody comes in and works out, and we let them know. When Matt was ready to fight, he's like, hey, I want to fight, and we felt like he was ready to fight, and obviously he was. He won the Kick Nationals. Kick Internationals, a local sanctioning body, but they're actually a national. They're pretty big. They're based in St. Louis, and he went and won that tournament. And he beat a Division I wrestler in his first fight.
Is that the one up in Chicago?
Yeah, the one in Chicago. And, he's had some pretty big fights. He's got 5 fights, and they're all like for belts and a national title in his first 2 fights.
That's great.
So yeah.
One Golden Gloves fight.
There you go.
Yeah, he's got 1 Golden Gloves fight, and it's for the championship. And he beat a kid that Jim Howe told me there's no way that any of your guys will beat this kid.
Jim Howe's been around boxing for 35, 40 years.
This is the best kid in the novice division. And I said, well, we'll see. And Matt grinded it out, and it was obvious that he won the fight at the end of the 3rd round.
That's great. Do you feel stronger now at 155, or is it just a growing thing that naturally put you?
I'll get back to 45.
You can't train.
Well, yeah, it's hard to.
It's so horrible you had to move up a division and be the #1 ranked guy. That's just awful.
I'm supposed to be fighting Kevin Kroom.
Right.
Kevin Kroom.
He's out of Felix, isn't he? Tough kid.
Yeah, I was supposed to be fighting him about 6 months ago or so, and that was at 145, and that was going to be for like the #1 145 guy in Missouri. So,
we're getting ready to rank the 35s and 45s, so it sounds like we're going to be ranking you in another division also.
That was the plan. I was supposed to be fighting him, and then I tore my MCL right before the fight, a couple days out. So since then, coming off of an injury, fighting Weston, that was my first fight back since tearing my MCL. So not being able to train all the time, it's hard to stay down and weight, and then coming off an injury, I wasn't able to work out for a long time, couldn't even run, so.
How long did that keep you out?
It was about 6 months.
I've had the MCL surgery,
I didn't have to have any surgery because it was just a partial tear, but I can still touch it in the wrong spot and it hurts.
Sure.
Surgery's a little better than the old days when I got it done. I looked like Frankenstein on my knee from, top to bottom, but they have a lot better versions of it nowadays too, and you're, younger and healing good, so.
Well, we're going to have a caller calling in just a few minutes here, a kickboxer out of Kansas City named Jamie Brashears. But, Mike, prior to that, just for a few minutes, let's talk about Rodrigo Vaggie and what he brings to the city. You got Team Vaggie, all those trainers underneath him that you mentioned, all have MMA fighters, and not only MMA fighters, but, some of the top jiu-jitsu guys in the area.
Yeah, he's from Rio de Janeiro, and he actually trained at the original Gracie School Academy under Elio and under Hickson Gracie. And he was under Hickson Gracie till he was a brown belt. And then Hickson moved to the United States. And when Hickson moved to the United States, he was under Hoyler for a little bit. And Hoyler gave him his black belt. And after he got his black belt, he moved to the United States, and he was under Hickson again. Right now, he's got 4 stripes on his black belt, which is he's pretty high up there. So he's
on a very elite group.
Right. Yeah. I know black belts in the United States have been watered down a little bit in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but he's not one of the guys that's watered down. He's superb, and he doesn't. He gets things that you don't get. He understands things, and you can come up with a question, and he'll figure it out for you. He's that good. the first time I walked in the gym, he whooped me, man. I was like, well, I'm coming back because I never been beat like this. I've been beat by, I've had a lot of people.
You were already a pro MMA fighter at that time.
No, I wasn't a pro yet. No, but I've had a lot of people beat me up, and that was probably one of the worst ones. So.
Oh, here we go. We'll take this call. Welcome to the Ground and Pound Show.
Hi, it's Jamie Shears.
Hey, Jamie. Welcome to the show. Right on time.
Yeah, I can't be right on time, I think.
Yeah. Now, Jamie, you are a Muay Thai kickboxer.
Yes.
And you're out of Kansas City. What gym are you training at there?
Kansas Fitness. It's just right outside of Kansas City in Peoria. It's just a small town.
Now, you had your first fight over in Belleville, Illinois a few weeks ago. Actually against the gal who called in here just a little while ago, Shauna Restivo, and did an excellent job. Won by TKO in the third round, early on the third round. Very aggressive. Why don't you tell us about your first fight and what it was like being in your first fight?
It was pretty strange because you have all the emotions, you know. You think you're going to be prepared, but, you know, it's pretty good that you really have no idea. I mean, I knew I was pretty prepared as far as what a game plan was going to be, but since we got in there, our game plan totally changed. I mean, I know my mind probably blanked, and I was doing more things than I was planning on doing, but, I mean, it all worked for the end, but I think it was just more excitement, and you know, he was kind of excited, but it was just an awesome feeling being there, because I'm very sports, you know, oriented anyway, so any kind of thing like that, I'm all for it, just be doing that.
Now, you traveled pretty far from home for your first match. Are you glad you did that, or, as opposed to fighting at home in front of everybody, or would you have rather, well, after the fact, I'm sure you would have rather been at home, but but going there, were you glad that you didn't have that behind you, you know, over you when you were going into the ring?
I kind of mixed emotions. I mean, I wish I would have my family and friends there, because, you know, me and my family are really close, so it was hard to leave them and know my family was there. But at the same time, I mean, I could totally see where, you know, she had all her family there, and I think it would be more nerve-wracking having everybody there than it would be, you know, like, okay, I'm here, I'm going to get things done, and we'll see how it goes. So it's kind of a mixed emotion. I mean, it was nice being the first fight that, you know, I was there kind of for myself. So it wasn't so, you know, for myself and to show everybody myself. So,
Oh, excellent.
yeah, kind of I'm glad.
Do you have any fights coming up?
Well, we're going to try going for the 28th this month, since I got sick a couple weeks ago, and I just now found out with that. It kind of, it started sounding like a good idea to rush into it, since I was just now this week starting to be able to train again, so, we're just kind of waiting, maybe to see, we got a sitting on one on the 28th, but he's going to have another one in April or May, so.
Is that going to be in your hometown?
Yeah, it's, kind of 20 minutes, 25 minutes from my house, so it's not too far. So yeah, it's my family will be there, and it'll be nice to actually be home for once.
Are they doing a lot of kickboxing in the Kansas City area?
Not really. It's more MMA generated really around here. That's why we're having such a hard time finding, well, girls anyway, it's hard to find, but then just kickboxing, it's even harder. It's like really strange how it used to be, you know, kickboxing and karate was always, you know, big, and then now it's just the MMA came in, and it's all over in the city. I mean, you have so many little gyms coming open now just for that. It's pretty wild.
Have you considered fighting an MMA fight?
I think it's interesting, but I don't think it's something I would like to do, just because, I don't know, just being maybe agree with that situation, or, I don't know, just, to me it doesn't, I think something I would want to do. I like to stand up, do more of the, you know, just going at each other kind of thing.
Now, do you think that might be partially the influence of your trainer, Mike? Because I got the impression from Mike he wasn't a huge MMA fan.
Yeah, I think that had a lot to do with it, probably, because I really trained with him